The egg has been stolen. The bastards have learned that their precious monarch ovum has been taken by a delivery man named Raskin, with ties to the criminal boss who runs Garcia Station. Accompanied by the Wraith Thesper, they have infiltrated Raskin's compound in the desert. As Herodotus' squire, the war droid Dilbert creates a distraction out front. Starring Dr. Z, a psychic jellyfish-like alien, versed in the arts of hacking and medicine, who pilots a robotic suit of armor. Cleo, the Ursine explosives expert, an immense bipedal bear creature armed to the teeth and not adverse to risk-taking. And Herodotus, a decorated military officer, dedicated to the imperial conquest of human civilization. Together they are the Backwater Bastards. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Backwater Bastards in space.
That's never gonna get old.
Space.
Oh, was that like Morse code in space? That'd be kind of funny.
I thought so.
But that's
I thought he was doing Morse code in space.
Who would
In
do
space, nobody can hear you beep.
that? I mean,
In space,
you could
nobody
do
can
Morse
hear
code
you in
with light,
space.
so that's fine.
Dick, I want you to thank Taylor. She just saved your bit.
Thank you, Taylor, for making my shitty thing actually funny.
In space, no one can hear you, Tay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. You can hear this shit from anywhere.
Well, where did we leave? Where did we leave the bastards?
Oh, I don't know, but I need a recap because my brain is fuzzy on the details.
So,
Yeah.
well, it's Monday.
It is?
Somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Oh, it is.
Ooh.
Oh.
Snap-a-doodle-doo.
Our good acquaintances, Herodotus, Cleo, and Dr. Zafrey, made their way into...
Downtown, walking fast, faces fast.
We did it our way.
Made their way.
Downtown, faces past, over.
I need a new frickin' turn of phrase, isn't it? They somehow managed to move their bodies into the locale of...
I like to move my body.
into Raskin, the drug dealer's compound in the desert.
Yeah.
And they sent Herodotus' new squire, Dilbert, the war droid, out front with Herodotus' gun, his field
Fine
gun,
boy, and brave as well.
to create a distraction, which worked. All the soldiers in the compound were distracted, and they closed in on him with a big tank, and he wasn't doing great, to be honest, so he employed his self-destruct mechanism, taking the soldiers with him.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Remember the Alamo.
But saving his master Herodotus from all the soldiers who were taking pot shots up at the compound at him, and making an impassioned plea that Herodotus at least come back and get his field guns, that he's not losing any of his possessions on account of Dilbert.
Yeah, I approve of his sense of military decorum.
But at the exact same moment, or at a very similar moment at least, Cleo deCap raced up onto the roof of the compound to confront Raskin, who was escaping with the stolen ovum.
Oh, shit.
You, the price.
And she managed to get herself shot by several soldiers, and quite badly shot by Raskin's ship as well. Shot by a ship and a soldier.
I guess so. Smoking a pancake.
The soldier who we nicknamed Karen had snuck up behind Cleo and shot her as well. Cleo was not looking in a very good way. Taken some serious woundage.
Okay, boomer.
Dr. Z came in and took out the Karen at least.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in the corner.
Yeah.
With Raskin halfway airborne and just taking pot shots at her with a big gun on his starship, Cleo had the rather intelligent idea of building a bomb to try and take him out of the air with. Unfortunately, Cleo's bomb misfired and immediately exploded, dealing 10 damage to everyone and everything in the immediate vicinity.
Nobody could have seen that coming.
No. Especially not to Cleo.
No.
She's a demolitions expert.
I thought
This
you
is
were
not
going
what
to
you
say
expect
she's
from an
damaged,
expert.
and that's true in many.
So Cleo, on four hit points, if I might mention, is knocked back by the concussive force of her misfiring bomb. It deals 10 damage to everyone and everything in the vicinity. The soldier nearest is blown to pieces.
Yay.
The propulsion system on one side of the starship is seriously damaged, and the starship drops and starts scraping and sparking on the roof. Cleo's flung back towards the stairs, but takes 0 points of damage as Dr. Z's shield shields her from the concussive force.
Yes.
And she's alive.
Nice.
I drugged that out, but no, Cleo didn't die.
You drugged that out?
I drugged it out.
This took a dark turn.
It's the only way I can get through these things. So it's Herodotus' turn.
Oh, me, well, I shall have to venture forth into battle once again. So, seeing that my poor squire is no more, I shall have to make myself scarce. I presume that the proximity bomb is still sort of planted so that if the people from downstairs are trying to come after us, they'll at least run into a little bit of trouble?
Yes.
All right, cool.
You haven't heard that go off yet, so that thing is almost certainly still planted. And assuming Cleo didn't screw that one up, which I guess as players we know she didn't.
No.
Herodotus might not be as trusting anymore. I don't know.
You can never be quite sure, can you?
Oh, actually, Herodotus wouldn't know what's gone on with Cleo's bomb just yet. Only
No.
that there's been an explosion, and she's obviously up to her usual mischief on the roof.
Indeed. So, if I remember correctly, I'm about I can about make it to the staircase if I start moving.
You make it just to the bottom. You're a 45-footer.
Yep.
With your
see the doctor
full
there, I
allocation
think.
of energy.
Yep, you can see me. I'm in the stairwell.
Doctor, watch the sit rep.
The what?
The situational report. Must I explain all of military parlance to you, or will you just follow orders, man?
Sitrep. Yes, I understand this lingo.
Triage it for me,
Cleo-
you medical moron.
Cleo appears to be having a nap. She's done one of those big explosions again. She's on the ground, Herodotus.
Not of the sexual kind. No, you said she was having a nap, as if exhausted. You know, it happens.
Yes, well, she's prone.
You might not
She's
know.
prone.
You might not know this, Doctor. This might not be your field. Anyway, so sassy. Okay. Well, you go on ahead, Doctor. I need a breather. I just came from all the way over there.
Yes, quite the trek.
Yes, I just saw my squire murdered before me. It takes something out of a man. Now, won't you move ahead and, do no harm or whatever you do?
If you require any sleeping medication later on to get through your recent loss,
Then I'll just listen to you speak.
Well, that works also.
Oof, the sass is
I can play a
strong
recording. All right.
Or Herodotus having made his way
Downtown,
Dr. Z on the
walking
stairs.
Is there like energy or something I can use to just get up top?
No, bitch, you're slow.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Why can't I say this without saying made his way? Like, that's not like even the most normal way to say that someone walked somewhere.
Because you want us to do
Also,
the
it's
song.
not made this way. You keep saying it's making its way, and that is impossible to not reply
Downtown, walking fast.
Exactly.
Paces
with
past,
and we're homebound.
and I'm staybound.
Well, I'm sad to say, Cleo, but it's my turn again.
Oh, wait.
Farewell.
You had enough
good
turns
Ursus
last time.
Major. You did your
Can
best.
we vote
which is
as a
not much.
republic that Dick doesn't get a turn?
Are we a
I
republic?
think next time we play with Ricky as a player, we just fucking shank him.
Revenge! Hey, if I am every NPC, then you have murdered me so many times.
Yeah, but that's what the game is
don't
about.
say that. That's
Okay,
not
when you
fun.
say it like that, it does make us seem like we're not being fair, but
And, yeah, I mean, the guns are still trained directly on Cleo, the guns
Great.
of the starship,
that's cool.
as,
That's nice.
as our old mate Raskin takes his shot.
Shoot your shot, Raskin.
No, he's the one guy who cannot shoot his shot.
Shoot your shot.
He shouldn't shoot his shot. He should not.
I did not.
I did not shoot her.
So that's 11. This is This is, at the minute, going to hit Cleo.
No.
But it's not a particularly well-aimed shot. There's definitely room for escape of some manner.
Cleo, you have 2 energy points.
Well, okay, what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna use one of my energy points, and I'm gonna escape all the way into the hallway where I'm safe, and I'm just gonna do like a bear amble into the hallway, and that's it.
Ah, Cleo, you're back.
A bear amble? Can we call that a bramble?
Bramble.
Yeah, I like that. Bramble sounds good.
I'm gonna bramble into the hallway.
Well, I am going to need
No.
D20.
No.
Oh,
just
no,
let me.
don't. Just let her do it.
I got a 19.
Yeah.
Straight up into your booty hole.
All right. Cleo
maybe not, Taylor.
does successfully bramble out of reach as the two very light, they were almost like cannons, just sort of blast holes in the ground right where she had been laying.
You tried it.
Oh, he shot.
No, he did.
And in the meantime, the tank down below
fuck.
that was aiming up at all of you, the driver completely invisible to your eyes, but it seems like they might be panicking now as it seems to be doing a bit of a 4-point turn. And the tank, after seeing all of its external compatriots completely exploded by a suicidal robot, it just takes off into the desert.
Oh, see ya. Bye. To quote Cleo.
Stealing Raskin's tank. I mean, yeah, he's already proven that he doesn't care too much about his staff, so I guess that was nothing. And like a lot of them have already run away, so this dude in the tank has clearly decided that discretion is the better part of valor.
Bah.
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 Bah. It's Dr. Z's turn.
Ah, yes. All right, quickly scanning Cleo and Herodotus, making sure that everything's okay.
Well, I mean, Cleo's injured quite badly.
All right, can I do a medical on it?
You do a medical on it, yeah.
Medical kit on Cleo. I've rolled a 24, so it's a 19 plus 5.
Dr. Z has rolled a 24 on his medical kit, which is a resounding success. He's rolled a 7 on the healing, but as this is over 20, we're actually looking at a that is going to be 14 points
14.
healing.
What?
Cleo
Yeah.
is completely restored by the nanobots
I suck it.
in Dr. Z's kit.
What are you saying, suck it? Are you saying suck it to me, Cleo?
No, to like,
Oh, okay,
I guess to
take it back.
dick.
Take it back. I take it back.
No, you don't.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
I already
there's no
ate
way.
it.
That's a very, very successful healing attempt, and Cleo is back and fighting fit.
Does this mean that today, like, our rolls are gonna be good? What the fuck?
I mean, that was a good roll, you know?
Okay, wait, let me just... I've got no other stuff that I can use to help out anyone else, so I will use an energy to run... So the ship in the middle, is it stationary? Is it still active? What's the state of it?
So it's still active. It's still kind of hovering, but it's kind of hovering on an angle now. And it's like sort of scraping on the roof. It looks as though it probably still could fly away, although maybe not at its optimum speed.
What's my max distance I can run?
So you run five per energy.
So that... Okay, I can run up to the wing?
Yeah, right up and duck under this thing or up to the wing. Like you can get...
Yeah, I'm
You
going to
can
run
get
to
to
the
it,
side of the wing that's not blown up, the side of the engine that's still working, and hide under the wing and find somewhere where I can jack in and do a little hacking roll on this bad boy.
Well, that's a good hiding place as well, actually.
Sounds like you're
Yeah,
running
so
up
I'm
and starting humping the ship.
Yeah. I'm going to go
Jacking it?
bowl to bowl. Bowl to bowl.
By the way,
I'm going to...
can I contact our ship?
Ooh, maybe you could. He's getting a makeover, though.
Yeah,
so...
but maybe I could convince him that this is more important.
Well, maybe.
There's absolutely no reason why you can't, to be honest.
All right, I'm going to roll a hacking. I've rolled a 16.
Oh, that's a pretty successful hack. Dr. Z opening up a panel, jacks on in, and
I would like to disable the engine on this side. Since the other side is blown up, right?
all right.
So I want to disable the engine on this side to just make this whole ship, like, stationary.
That's yeah. I mean, okay. So Dr. Z gets into the operating system of the starship and just literally turns off the engine.
Yeah. All
And
right.
I'm going to want a dexterity save just to make sure you don't get smacked by this thing as it falls down. You are right next to it, like sort of jacked into the thing.
I thought that was the genius of me being under the wing, but fair enough.
You know, like you're not going to get crushed completely by it because you're not under the whole body of it, but it's still, if it falls on you, it is going to smack you in the face.
Yeah. Oh, I've rolled a 17.
As you're easily able to disentangle yourself as the left-hand engine just drops dead, and as it was sort of scraping, it just goes and smashes without its landing gear out, just boom, heavily onto the roof. The occupants jostled about and looking a bit panicked. You can see Raskin is like frantically pushing buttons, flicking switches, trying to get things operational again. And we're looking at Cleo's turn.
Excellent.
Okay, well, guess what is about to happen? I'm about to shoot. Wait.
Fuck yeah, Cleo.
Okay, let me just check some stuff. The ship is no longer hovering.
You was about to shoot your shot, girl?
Oh, I will. I'm always shooting a shot. Shoot my shot.
It's no longer hovering, but assuming that Raskin is using some sort of like analog method of shooting his guns, they might still be operational. If it's not some sort of AI targeting, you have no real way of knowing which it is.
So, Raskin is the guy that's driving the ship and holding the egg, or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, if I were to shoot him, could I do that through the windshield or not really?
I think it
Only one way to find out.
I think you'd probably have to get through the windshield first before you'd be able to shoot him. This thing is designed to manage the vacuum of space.
But it's not designed to withstand the barrage of a bear. A barrage, if you will.
This is true. I mean, I feel like Cleo could definitely get through it.
Through the windshield? I could get through...
With a good roll, yes.
Fuck, I'm gonna try that. I'm aware that I could go through the door, but I could also...
I imagine you'd just rip your claws into the edge of the windshield and just trying to peel the whole thing off. That's my imagination of how a bear would get through.
Or just eat it.
I like it. Yeah.
She's one of those people that eats glass on YouTube.
Yep. Probably.
That's something Cleo probably could do, because she does have like a superior constitution.
Yeah. And bear mouth. So, I mean, I am in the hallway and I was injured, but now I'm like full health. I've never been this healthy. Dr. Z juiced me to the point of godliness.
It's a Team Fortress, like, uber heal.
Yeah.
All those wounds closed. Just sort of a bit of, like, matted blood still left from when there were wounds, but otherwise you wouldn't know.
And I'm gonna, like, stand up on my hind feet and, like, stretch and, like, scream.
Give us the yell.
I also shook my head back and forth while I did that.
Rather fierce, am I?
Yeah.
So that you know.
It was terrifying.
I'm gonna run and, like, jump onto the spaceship.
Fuck, yes.
That's a bit terrifying.
Terrific,
and I would like
I
to roll to just jack up the windshield to get inside.
He jacks in, you jack off.
Yeah, just give me a strength roll. That's all I ask.
Oh, Herodotus, you need to get involved in
Dr.
this.
Z jacks in, I jack up. Now
Herodotus jacks off.
Backwater bastards, jacked in space.
Yeah.
Cool, so I only rolled an 11, which, not my best.
Brain
But
back.
I guess it was a 6 plus 5 because I'm supposed to be strong.
Strong.
So what happens?
You weren't strong.
Yep. Cool.
Well, 11 is not a failure.
Yeah, good. But
Cleo is able to pry. You can tell that it looks like glass, but it bends more like some light metal.
Okay.
Oh.
Some sort of uber plastic stuff that windshields of these spaceships are made of.
They have that now. See-through metal.
And Cleo's claws get round the edges, piercing the sealant, peeling back a corner of it. In fact, she peels back the top left corner far enough that while not being able to climb right inside, she could easily reach an arm in, or even her head, into the cockpit.
Possible for me to do one more thing?
Yeah, you got one more energy.
Okay, can I do an attack?
Yeah.
Since I can get my hand inside, can I do a bear claw at Raskin?
Yeah.
You absolutely can, yeah.
Well,
Oh, no.
so it was a 3, but with a 3 damage.
Oh, you take out an eye.
mean, that could have gone better.
Yep. As you do. Well, but the fishing around that I'm doing looks really intimidating, so there's that.
There is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cleo's paw comes and just starts swiping around at Raskin, who's like kind of shitting himself, just pushing himself back as far into his seat as he can. Cleo's claw sort of like whipping past his face, rather lethal looking, but not finding its mark.
Oh, shut your shot.
Shoot my shot.
And it was fucking cool to look at.
Yeah. That's all that really matters.
That
Yeah.
is really all that matters.
It is.
I just love the idea of Tay like running up and kind of jumping up, mounting the ship, and then just frantically
Screaming.
sticking her hand in the hole, going.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Give me.
It is Herodotus's turn.
Hey! Alright, so Herodotus, catching his breath as the doctor rushes up and essentially ends the opposition. He sort of catches his breath and he goes, time for the entrance of the professionals. Time to end this masquerade of amateurs. Aside, here comes the echelon of heroes. And he sort of shambles up the stairs and he gets to the top. And he sees what he sees. I guess he sees a stranded ship, a bear reaching inside, and a somewhat diminished doctor.
I'm clinging to the left wing.
As I said, somewhat diminished.
Yeah. I'm hiding under a wing.
Just a tad. So, okay. I think I'll try and appeal to Raskin in our moment of strength. Raskin, you rascal! Come out here and face me like a man, or whatever you claim to be. But more importantly, return to me my ovum!
Raskin is sort of looking at the egg in his lap, and then like a faint glimmer of hope and even sort of a nasty little smile emerges on his face. Looks out past Cleo, still straddling the windshield. Windshield? Maybe the space rock shield at Herodotus. And cradling the egg, and says, well, what assurances can I have if I hand over the egg that I will leave unmolested?
Well, seeing as your current predicament includes a bear only inches away from your face, I do not see that you're in a position to make any demands at this point, you craven toad.
Reaches to his side, just next to him, sort of somewhere like on the floor of the starship, and pulls up a small handled-like device that opens up into a kind of like a round energy blade, almost like a sickle.
Like a pizza cutter?
More like a sickle.
But like a pizza cutter is what you would... Like a pizza cutter, yeah.
I mean, what?
Sorry.
A pizza
You said
cutter.
it round.
Dick, that was not a real question. That was... Don't feed the troll, Dick. Don't feed the troll.
It doesn't go all the way around
Dick,
like a pizza
don't
cutter.
feed the troll. Dick, don't feed the troll.
Oh, I'm not a troll.
Don't feed the Dan. Don't feed the Dan.
It stops. It stops after a certain point, and the roundness ends in a
Yes,
point,
yes.
like a
It's
sickle.
Like a pizza cutter. Oh.
Herodotus, it's a communist.
Shoot it. Kill it with fire. Oh, bears. Whatever works.
Whatever shape his energy blade is, he aims the point at the egg.
Oh, fuck. What?
Raskin, you want any hope at all of surviving this endeavor, you will not threaten the ovum. You do so not only at your own displeasure, but at mine. And you will learn to know that my displeasure is all but imperious.
He's still holding the blade to the egg, like, I'm gonna come out in a minute. If you do anything, I'll stab right through it.
And then what? Don't you see this is a terrible poker hand for you, my boy? You being such a junior, you probably have no proper experience of gambling, but let me tell you something, my boy. You've just flushed at a full house, and I shall flush you out with the help of the bear, the help of the gun, and the help of the good doctor. So why don't you just surrender like a meek little chicken and hand over the egg? You get my little pun there? Which one will come first?
He's looking sort of edgily around, particularly at Cleo, whose claw is still sort of waving around inside the ship near his face.
Cleo looks at him and, like, roars in agreement, like as backup.
I've just realized how scary this must be for him. Like, he's owns this compound of mercenaries, and there are these 3 people who have come out. A jellyfish, a bear, and this overly dignified human have just strolled out and just shut down every single bit of defense.
Are you trying to seduce me? Did you just call him over? Can you repeat that?
Overly dignified. I'm just saying that it must be a terrifying thing to think that you've got a tank on the ground somewhere, you've got a squadron of people shooting, you've got bodyguards everywhere, an entire compound, and right now you've got a bear claw inches away from your face, 1 guard left, a mind-controlling jellyfish, and an aristocrat.
Doctor, they say first do no harm. Well, you could kill a man with that sort of flattery. You used the word dignified about Herodotus. He's never going to get over that. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Sexy talk.
Oh,
chubbing up over here.
Not outside of
It's still Herodotus' turn, but it looks as though Raskin is he's undoing his seatbelt. It looks like he's getting ready to get his way out the door with the blade held.
Not making his way out the door.
To the exterior shell of the egg.
Is he walking fast? Faces? Okay.
How many faces are passing?
Raskin, this is your last chance. You hand the ovum over to the bear, weird as that might sound. Your chances of surviving out of this place discombobulated and on your own propulsion increases exponentially. Now, what say you rogue?
I'm going to get into a functioning ship, and I'm getting out of here. I'll leave the egg behind if you promise not to attack me on my way.
I make no such promise. And then he takes up the communicator and tries to. Can I get a hold of the ship of Reed?
Yeah.
All right.
And Herodotus still has a communicator. He's the only one who does at the moment, isn't he?
Reese, computer.
Herodotus.
I need you.
Oh, well, fantastic. In the desert.
Presently.
Well, it's just Herodotus. I've recently received a new paint job and the desert is very dusty.
Reese, what do I pay you for?
This was an expression, yes?
Don't you get up here with me, you collection of zeros and ones. Bring yourself and your good armaments over here presently, otherwise the ovum is in danger, and I don't want to call you vain, but if you put yourself and your vanity in front of the livelihood of my egg, I shall sell you for scraps, do you hear me?
I apologize, Herodotus. I'm on my way, Herodotus.
Well, how long will you be?
I estimate 3 minutes.
Very well. Should you see any aircraft taking up from the base on your approach, feel free to, deny it airspace, if you know what I mean.
Loud and clear, Herodotus.
You hear that, you ragamuffin? Should you try to escape here, either in that bag of bolts that you call a ship, or some other combustible, we will have you. Now hand it over, and you might live. This is check and mate. It's coolish and brach. It is touch and down. It is the end of the road for you. Now surrender.
That was a brilliant collection of sayings for the end. That was great.
There you go.
He opens the door, reaching over his bodyguard, not wanting to go out the same side that Dr. Z is standing at.
I'll eat your liver with a nice Chianti.
And what's left of it.
Plops out of the ship onto the charred ground where Cleo's bomb exploded, still nervously holding the energy blade to the egg, and sort of looking at Herodotus, and then looking back towards the door that looks like it opens out in some sort of like garage up back into the compound. And then he makes a run for it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Towards the door at the back. I'm playing this sort of a little bit fast and loose because we're sort of still within Herodotus' turn. So Herodotus could, even on his weak limb, given the amount of time it's taken this guy to get out of the starship, he could catch up and apprehend him.
Okay, yeah, he steps up close and he levels his power baton at at the man and sort of in a duelist stance, and almost mimes out the word "your money" or your ovum or your life.
Ooh.
So if he tries to sprint for it, I'm gonna definitely go for a kneecap.
Ooh.
So you're saying he's going for it. He's running, even though he's striking distance.
You're within striking distance, and he's running for it, or he was going to be running for it until you've come up here to intercept him with your shock thing out. I've got to sort of decide, how I respond to this.
Welcome to DM Dick's thinking music.
Beep, 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 beep.
I've got it.
I've got it.
That's amazing that you were able to do anything while we did that.
Yeah. This really shows a good sense of brain power.
DMing.
He throws the egg into the air towards Herodotus and runs for the door.
Okay. How high does it throw it?
He throws it sort of a good meter and a half up into the air.
Oh, okay, fair. So they're standing close enough that Herodotus could potentially catch it and swing at the guy's kneecaps at the same time, yeah?
Yes, but it would severely limit his likelihood of catching it successfully, I suppose.
Oh.
He ain't going far.
No, but it's okay. So Herodotus kind of takes a moment to go I should shoot him. But then he remembers that hasn't gone perfectly well in the past, and it's probably not the best way to invest his time and or energy at the moment. So he concentrates on catching the egg. Should I roll for that?
Yeah, it's going to be just a flat dexterity roll, which is a
guaranteed fucking doom. I hope everybody's up. I hope everybody's ready for scrambled eggs.
Come on. Taylor, we need to cross our fingers here. Come on.
Just straight G20. I mean D20.
Taylor, are you crossing your fingers?
Hold on. I was
Taylor,
crossing...
you should have crossed your fingers.
No, I did.
Do
I
I
was
get
trying to do
advantage for giving up on hitting the guy? Or do I just avoid
doing
disadvantage
a next
for
level cross.
Oh,
we
were
rolled
you?
a 6.
Oh, yeah, boy.
So as Herodotus is distracted by the egg, Raskin flees back into the garage behind, slamming the door behind him, as all eyes are on the egg flying through the air. Herodotus, dropping his weapon on its little wrist strap, lunging to catch the egg safely in both hands, and he gets it in the tips of his fingers. It's coming in. He's got it. He's slowing its descent, and then he fumbles it, and with a loud sort of plopping sound, an unfortunately loud sound, the egg hits the floor rather solidly.
No, Dick. You just killed Dilbert. You can't be doing this.
Doctor!
I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm there. As soon as I can, I'm there.
So I think we're out of combat now.
Yeah.
There is still one
No, there's
mercenary.
still the guard left.
There's still one mercenary there. Yeah.
Where?
In the ship.
In the ship. Okay. I mean, can I get in where the fucking guy came out?
Yes, there. The door's wide open.
All right. So Herodotus just goes straight up, lunge, he sees it, and he sees red, and he sees the door closed, and then he sees the opening in the ship, and the guy fucking just looking at him. He's just you might not be technically at fault here, but you'll do. And then he fucking lunges with his energy button. Yeah, for fuck's sake.
That's all right. That's actually a good roll.
Okay.
Considering how badly your gun rolls have been.
Yeah.
So,
Taste my whacking stick.
this guy, he's strapped into a passenger seat, so he's not really in any position to dodge. As the energy baton comes down, the frightened mercenary raises his hands to sort of protect his face as the baton just strikes him fully in the body, sending a huge shock of energy just through him. There's smoking, you can smell burnt hair and seared skin as he takes 5 points of damage.
Don't you fend me off, I fend you off.
And he's convulses in the chair. He's not dead, but he's taken, a serious debilitating wound from this assault.
He's not dead yet.
Are we still in combat order then?
Let's just go out of combat order now.
I will rush over, seeing the egg drop, and I'll rush over to the egg.
Well, I just keep beating on the guy.
Cleo will notice that my fishbowl, I'm going for the same click, but I'll click open my fishbowl and reach out to touch the egg. And I'm going to use a telepathy roll to try and interface with the egg to figure out exactly how I can help it in this moment.
Should I keep rolling energy baton rolls? Because I'm
in the background, definitely.
I'm just keeping on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, in this time, just give me another energy baton roll, just for measure. It's also a hit, dealing another 2 points of damage. Then another hit for another 1 point of damage.
And stay strapped in, you son of a no-good plebeian house painter.
The mercenary's just sort of like wailing and trying to defend himself as he convulses in the chair each time he's struck with the energy baton.
Keep defending yourself. Keep defending yourself. Give me an excuse.
You know that scene in Casino where the guy's head is in a vice and he's like, "You kept your mouth shut for that fucking rat." Just like...
Ouch.
Yeah.
So Dr. Z, reaching out a tentacle.
Yes, so I'm going
Almost
to do
tenderly.
Yeah, I'm going to do a telepathy. Do I do 2 of them? Oh, that first one's a 15 plus 5.
Well, that's a resounding success anyway. You can add hacking to it, wasn't it? That was the that was what I called
A 19. Fuck yes.
Shazam. Okay, so that's
damn,
is the
dude.
highest I could go. So yeah, I'm reaching out. I'm trying to ask the life form how I can help in this moment.
Dr. Z communes with the life form in a way completely unlike. Before he's reached out telepathically, but this time he's actually creating this full-blown biohack sort of connection.
Okay.
And he gets all the way inside and and has a real sensation of this thing. It doesn't really know anything other than warmth and like a slowly growing sense of self. But it has gone into some sort of emergency mode. Like it's recognizable as sort of being maybe in shock even. You can tell that the creature inside hasn't been damaged, but something is wrong.
All right.
Oh, I'm like legitimately
I'm going to pick up the egg. Is there enough room in my fishbowl for both of us? Or should I get out and just put the egg in it?
Well, the eggs is of a reasonable size. I think it would still fit in there with you. Because you're a jellyfish, so you can sort of like wrap around it anyway, can't you?
All right. I'm going to pick up the egg, thinking that the best thing at the moment is that it keeps warm and it keeps feeling safe. So I'm going to put it in the fishbowl with me and squish up to the side of the bowl. Uncomfortable, definitely. And I'm definitely going to hold this against Herodotus later on and then seal it up.
So seeing this, Herodotus kind of pauses in his passionate act of beating the shit out of this guy. And he looks down and he goes, "Doctor, you're nursing the egg. Does that mean you'll be its mother?"
No, it doesn't, Herodotus. You are still mother and father, but I do not...
"You'd make a great mother. I'll make you proud, darling."
Also, Herodotus, I believe you're beating the wrong person.
From this point on, you can deflect it as much as you will, Dan, but Herodotus is now of the opinion that we are a married couple and this is our child.
No.
Fuck!
No good deed goes unpunished.
How many energy have I got left? Is that it?
It's act as though you don't have to worry about energy, because we're not in a fight anymore anyway. Herodotus is just beating on this guy.
And he's going, "How can he be the wrong person? Look what he did to the egg."
Behind you, Herodotus. That rat skin is getting away.
"Oh, very good, very good. We can't have that." So it takes out...
Herodotus is in that ship, right?
Yeah.
I sort of imagine he's just like kind of standing in the doorway, just beating this guy. Like he's,
but he
just
can
like,
reach to the gun handles.
Oh yes, he can.
So can I hack the ship again to enable it to be active again, so it's now a mobile turret?
I mean, most assuredly.
Yeah, I will roll a 16. So I'm going to turn the ship back on as best I can.
Yes, I mean, aside from the damage that was done by the explosion, the ship's... You're the one who turned it off, so it's pretty easy for you to turn it back on again.
Yeah, and then I'll just walk back behind Cleo and hide behind her.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, Cleo's the biggest thing around here.
Yeah,
That's
Herodotus
safe.
just in there beating the man in the passenger seat is also completely aware that all the ship's terminals click on, including the controls for the guns.
Now that is a good deed that didn't go unpunished.
Okay, so Herodotus, realizing that the ship is being turned on, sort of turns to the doctor. "I assume you have some sort of plan, good doctor?"
My plan right now is to hide behind Cleo and keep this ovum.
As per usual.
Yes. Oh, it's a good shield.
Am I on the ground?
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, you're on the ship, aren't you?
Yes, but you could still technically be behind me.
Yeah, I'm still hiding behind you, yeah.
So, okay, you finish what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, my only plan is to hide behind Cleo and keep the ovum safe while you enact some sort of battle plan I'm sure involves a lot of bloodshed and revenge.
All good points, Doctor. All good points. Herodotus says.
So the ship is on, but there's only the one guy in it.
Yep.
And Herodotus.
And he's bloody and bruised and kind of broiled.
Bear, lend me your assistance if you would.
She's just gonna, like, pause from... You know how when a dog is trying to get into something and then you call it and it stops and looks at you?
Exactly.
That's what happened.
May I acquire the use of your destructive potential?
Well, that sounds like something that I could do.
Very good. I would like for you to take control of the armaments of this astro vessel and subdue the structural integrity of yonder door. Do you believe that's within the purview of your expertise?
Well, now I don't see why not, Harry. Let's do it.
Very good. I shall clear some space, Herodotus says, as he pulls the man out of the cockpit and throws him on the ground.
I'm gonna do like a really bad butt slide across the hood.
Like really scratching it, like...
Does it leave a streak mark across the way?
It's gonna sound bad, it's gonna look bad, it's gonna
smell
be
pretty
awkward. Obviously that.
It's gonna... Yeah. Woo.
And I'm just gonna kind of like whoop on into that little pace ship.
Yeet.
Yeet.
That's what Eric Rhodes called our last episode.
Well, he was right.
Oh.
Eric.
Can I get the guy up and like walking? I mean, I know I've beaten him half to death, but it would be handy.
You can do whatever you want.
He's still conscious, so it's totally within his physical capabilities to be up and walking.
Very good.
Especially if he's aided.
So Herodotus, while Cleo is tinkering around with the machinery, Herodotus takes the guy by the scruff of the neck and marches him up to the door. Tries to call within, Raskin, you little ragamuffin! I win there!
There's a sort of muffled voice from behind us like, what if I am?
What? What? Hey, Raskin, I can hardly hear you. You'll have to come out or we'll have to come in. Hence my initial question. How much do you care for the life of this one?
There's one more muffled sort of yell, and then you hear what sounds suspiciously the door to another starship slamming closed.
Oh, bloody hell. You! Herodotus addresses himself to the now terribly subdued enemy.
Yeah.
How would you rate your sense of honor?
0 right now.
No, well then you are no good to me. Good day. He says as he pulls out his pistol, puts it to the guy's temple, and pulls the...
Shit. Whoa, shit.
I take it...
There's the fucking Commandant.
Yep.
Oh.
Not fuck him. I was gonna try to finagle out of him a new squire, but he didn't seem to be up for the task.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not a good shot, but I mean, with the gun up against his temple, what's going to go wrong, really? His brains
I twitch
are
at the end,
out.
and I shoot off his jaw or something. It bleeds out.
That's it's not quite in the temple, but it still goes right through the suffering lad's head, and he is dead as he just drops to the ground with brains and blood and...
Fuck, they really pissed off Herodotus, didn't they?
As all my hunter friends said, it was a mercy. If not for me, he would have suffered a slow death at the hands or claws of a prime predator. At least this way it was relatively quick and clean, eh? And, as they say, we'll be eating him for a year.
Only that prime predator was you.
Well, no, it was Cleo.
You were the one with the bat on.
But that doesn't make me a predator. That makes me violent.
Yes.
I did not need to hunt him. It was rather stationary, you remember?
Yeah.
Left behind as well. What's the ETA on our ship? Reese?
Herodotus, I am near. I have sensed the location of Cleo's rover would you like me to pick it up en route?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
That will be very helpful, thank you.
I will not be long.
Very well. Everyone, stand ready. I do believe the following is about to, as the kids say, go down. Reese is about to make an explosive, high-speed getaway attempt. Now, I have foreseen this with my superior tactical and strategic mind, and have therefore called upon reinforcements. Yes, that. We are about to experience the glories of their superiority, and therefore, I suggest we all make a rapid, strategic retreat to... well, we actually don't need to move at all. This is a prime pickup spot, not in that way, you dirty bear. Let's just wait for the arrival of the air transport, then we sally aboard, and as our erstwhile enemy attempts to get away, we blast them out of the air. How do you all say?
I agree. I'm going to also take a step back, though. Hide in the shade.
Good idea, Doctor. You're nursing, after all.
I'm still in the spaceship, and you guys fucked off.
I've run away. Herodotus is right next to you.
Okay, should I shoot?
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of getting comfortable in here. And the ship is, like, kind of not steady, because half of it's broken.
Thanks to you.
The other half of it is, sorta.
Thanks to me.
It's strategically deconstructed.
The whole thing's kind of jittering and popping and
Sounding
screaming.
like a 70s party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
It's
yeah,
popping.
keep going.
Snap, crackle, and pop!
Yeah.
And do I have to roll to do, like, a blast?
Yeah, just smack me a Grey Dragon Blaster button.
Cool, so I just rolled an 18.
Yes, Taylor!
With a damage of 13.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, Cleo!
With one shot, you do more damage than I've done the entire turn. Nice.
So rather deftly, Cleo swivels the gun around, aiming it at the garage door.
Open sesame!
And she just blasts it. She takes out a good chunk of the top of it, the hinges, the wall, and the door just sort of collapses inwards, blown open. Inside, you can see it sort of just like a dirty, like kind of oil-spilled little garage sort of room with two more starships, kind of identical to the damaged one that Cleo is inside.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
And you can see one of them is all lit up, and Raskin is inside.
Oh no, we can't have that, can we?
Take him down, bear!
Can I shoot again?
You can, and as you go to shoot, the ship lifts off the ground and obviously looks as though it's about to start making its way out the hole you just opened.
No.
No.
Downtown.
Start to
It's
making
walking.
its way
Whoa!
downtown. Oh my god, Taylor!
I just shot.
You rolled a natural 20!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes.
shit, Snacks.
I guess he isn't going
Even needs air
anywhere.
superiority.
It's about to get lit up in
Where you
here.
going? You going nowhere.
So tell
nowhere.
me about where on the ship you're aiming.
Tell me about it.
What's the ultimate goal here with this?
I mean, my ultimate goal
shot?
is because I see that he's trying to leave. So my ultimate goal is to disable that
Ability.
takeoff. So I guess I would shoot at the engine. But if there's like multiple engines on this thing, then I'll say that I shot at the windshield, because if there's a big ass hole in the windshield, then he can't go into space.
This is true.
You trying to keep him alive?
He's
Both are
fucked.
fine.
Yeah.
Dead or alive. So there's two like plasma sort of jets mounted on the wings, which what propels it through the air. So taking either of them would disable its ability to fly effectively, or just blasting a hole through the windshield. similar results, really.
I think I'm gonna go through the windshield because I was like almost kind of as like a belated need to break somebody's windshield.
Sphere, you didn't get in the first.
Exactly. So that's
So
what I'm-
Raskin lifts off in the starship, and starts blasting at full speed, and that's quite a high speed, making his way most of the way out of the door before Cleo gets the shot off.
Just why?
And he's fucked now. Making his way outside, flying fast, shooting past, and he's fucked
Shot
now.
by a bear.
And the blast, it shatters a hole through the screen. Just shards of the stuff just peeling inwards, really just pincushioning Raskin with big shards of this light metal. Which kind of just chop him all to pieces if he wasn't then sizzled
Christ.
by the remaining plasma blast of Cleo's shot.
Oh my god!
And you see he seems to be alive for a moment.
Oh no.
As he looks down at the hole in his chest, and the ship keeps speeding at top speed over top of where you're parked.
Does it
I
become
rolled
a
a telepathy
firework?
to try and see if I could feel what he was feeling as he got shot.
You voyeur of doom.
And all you do is imagine bacon.
But I rolled a 1 though, so it's a natural 1.
So now you're just feeling
I just
how
want
you
like
feel.
Yes.
I just want to address that roll because I was rolling it to see what Raskin was feeling for like some type of revenge.
But it backfires.
It was a 1, so yeah, there you go.
Let's have a D100 just to see how badly you failed.
Oh, wouldn't it be
There's
funny if you
natural
get
one.
caught in an emotional loop?
39.
Oh, God.
It's not amazingly bad. 39% bad.
I wanted to like experience his fucking downfall and like relive it for everyone, but
Yeah.
fucked it up.
Well, I mean,
Or maybe you
he
think
sort
you do.
of succeeds in that Dr. Z can basically feel the sensation that the brain creates when the body
fuck.
is pierced by many shards of hot, shattered metal, and then has a hole blasted through its chest and dies.
It's hot.
Dies very quickly in fear. He can't even quite put his finger on it because he doesn't have a finger, but somehow he's a giant jellyfish sitting in the cockpit of a starship.
Yeah,
No, it's even more.
not
It's
having
like
a good-
his enemies have caught up with him, and everything he has built up in terms of personal power over the last decade has been like blasted to shit over the last couple of minutes, and everything has gone to hell. And
also, not because he fucked with too many people, because he fucked with the wrong aristocrat.
Yeah, he's just
That's the only reason it's all blown up.
like one little piece of contraband. Like this shouldn't have been what got him. And so that starship, complete with corpse of Raskin, just sails overhead at a tremendous speed.
you just know that Herodotus is going to try to claim credit for that.
So good.
It was on my order.
The starship containing Raskin's corpse sails overhead
Good work, Cleo.
and lands with with a reasonably sizable explosion in the desert.
Well, that was reasonably sized.
But it's a very reasonable size explosion, Cleo.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Over the radio, Herodotus catches Reese's voice once more.
I assume, Herodotus, that my anti-aircraft services will no longer be required.
Well, as they say, Reese, to assume makes an ass out of you and of me. Fire away!
That non-extraordinary explosion becomes extraordinary.
Oh, yes. That's how we do, you fierce bitch.
Out of the bright light in the sky comes a brightly hued, very shiny starship.
Ooh.
The shape is of a dragon class command ship, but it's not like one you've ever seen before.
Oh my god, what are we gonna
What?
do? Reese is
Come
gonna
on.
get upset.
Is it going to be so multicolored that it comes off as grey?
This is Reese's new paint job. Give it to us. Describe it every
tell me like
detail.
it's pearlescent grey.
Oh, pearlescent. I love that.
Pearlescent grey.
Hollow.
The ship is adorned
Oh.
with spiral shapes and stars and rainbow hues of all kinds.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Extraordinary.
It's very, very loud, and there's on the front a huge grey stylized logo of a dragon.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Like a Ferrari.
This is the coolest shit ever.
Absolutely unreasonable.
It's got a very quality, like high sheen gloss finish all over. It's like a brand new car, but the design
Brand new
is
paint.
as whimsical and childlike, perhaps.
Oh my god.
It looks as though every single color that the painter had in their arsenal
I'm
has been
hearing
used.
Def Leppard.
Can you tell us, how on the scale, is it Jason Pollock or is it tie-dye? Where in the scale is it?
Jason?
Jason, what's his name?
Jackson.
Not Jason.
Jackson.
Jackson, sorry.
Jason Pollock.
Jason
yeah.
Pollock, world-known artist.
It's
Jason
not
Pollock.
really it's not
Brain
as
slip
it's
there.
not as sort of like stylistic. Like
Jason
it's not
Pollock.
as abstract as either of those. It's stylistically chaotic, but there are stars and there are rainbows
Like
and there
Lisa
are shapes.
Frank.
Ooh, I'm going to Google this. Who'd you say? Letha Frank.
Lisa Frank, bitch.
Lisa Frank.
Frank.
Let's have a little look at
Google
Lisa
that
Frank.
and get educated as fuck.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yes, it's much more Lisa Frank than Jason Pollock.
Am I the only
Jason
person
Pollock.
here that knows what Lisa Frank is?
Yeah,
Apparently.
Apparently, but it's fucking cool. I love the unicorns.
I mean, it kind of looks like the packaging for like some sort of toy line.
Lisa
Well,
Frank
yeah.
was like
Hey.
an art line in the 90s, and it was always on school supplies. So if you were like a young person in the 90s, the only goal in life to have was to have as many folders and binders and pencil cases.
Oh, Lisa Frank Hotel. Look at this.
Taylor, though, that was a great reference.
on.
Lisa Frank, my friends.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
That's
It's,
crazy.
well, this Lisa Frank-esque starship
Hell yeah.
just blasts through the sky. Reese is here, and he assumes an offensive position above the wreckage of Raskin's ship and fires off several pulse cannons into the explosion. Just really making sure that, that it's done
Oh my god. Yes.
before doubling back towards the rooftop where the bastards are.
Oh, that's just beautiful. Is there like a rainbow in the explosion?
Yes.
I mean, definitely.
In that case, and definitely, Herodotus does not look at it. Guys don't look at explosions. They pull the trigger, then they walk away.
Cleo looks right into it and goes, yeah.
I look at it holding the egg, caressing it, thinking, you're taking up a lot of room.
And Reese sort of lands. There's almost like a pride to it, like, you can tell almost in the motions of the landing of this starship that he's hoping that you're all looking at how fabulous he looks.
Oh my god, Reese. You are incredible.
Yes, you executed my plan to a reasonable degree of success. Call me, well, non-disappointed.
And you can see as well that the rear of the ship, where there was a lot of damage from space dragons and other blaster fire, it's all been completely refurbished.
Ooh, refurbished. I like the sofa.
Damaged escape pod has been replaced with a brand new escape pod. And as the door opens up, you can see that even the inside seems to have been given a good clean and refurbishing.
Reese, have you been on one of those TV shows? You know, the ones with the reality, and they talk about the life and they fix you up or something like this.
Reese, did someone pimp you?
Damn. That's hotter than a greasy paw and a cowboy boot.
Cleo,
That's something else.
I do
Wipes a
believe
tear away.
it's fair to say Reese shot, but his or her shot. No? Yeah, one of those jokes of yours. Yes. I keep it back, people.
Amen, it is, Harry, that's right.
Don't you get religious on me, Bam.
The only god that I pray to is bangs.
If you would step on board, visitors, I will show you the new facilities.
Perfect. Something to take my mind off of murder.
I'll step over Karen's body and walk on board the ship.
Oh, can we take a moment to just appreciate the small sequence of events we just witnessed? Shot in the head. in respect of Herodotus now viewing the doctor as his honorary spouse, he goes over and kind of holds a reassuring arm around the doctor.
I'll vibrate my energy blade and hold it towards him.
You doc!
Back off, Herodotus.
You flirting with me?
As you enter the ship, you can see that everything has been cleaned and repainted. It's all painted sort of just a much more sort of neutral white and silver on the interior. The new pod, the escape pod, looks almost out of place on such an old-fashioned ship because it's a very clean, different shaped style thing, but it is perfectly mounted in the docking bay. The plentiful pantry looking positively archaic now inside these dolled-up interiors. But as you step into the hall, the main meeting hall, you can immediately see that some adjustments have been made. The table is still as it was, but there's significantly less chairs around it, and you can see that a few of them, at least one at each end, has been adjusted to be much larger and bear-shaped.
Oh my god.
Is it
What?
Is it better now?
Yes.
It's much better.
It's very better.
Better.
Alongside one of the walls, where a utilitarian-looking sustenance fabricator had been installed, there appears to be a bar.
Oh my god.
And although it's not currently stocked, there's decanters and glasses all sort of strapped into little places where they can sit on the side.
Oh my god.
Can I ask?
Wow.
Was that just like a clever bit of wordplay on your part? That it's a food fabricator, so it just makes fake food?
Yeah, that's the idea.
It's like a modern, it's like a modern fast food thing where it just makes shit food.
It's gonna use the same tofu to make everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just gonna look like different foods, and then it's gonna drop smells in so that we
just soy
think
food.
it's
It's
other-
made out of broccoli and superfoods,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I mean, you already had some of it when you first came on board the ship. It was just sort of made out of a weird, like, fungal matter that
Yeah.
had been growing in the mid-space core.
So cool.
Oh, you continue your way through the ship.
Downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and we're home
Okay,
now.
that time I said continue your way.
Yeah, well, I made it work.
That's a
Continue your way downtown, still walking fast. Faces still pass, and we're still homebound.
and we're so round.
Catching a glimpse into the bunk rooms, you can see that indeed one of the bunk bed housing rooms seems to have been converted into some sort of nursery.
Oh, shit.
Nay. Well,
I can't walk in first. Herodotus, you've got to walk into that room first.
walking first. Faces first. And we're homebrewed.
We're homebrewed.
And we're homebrewed. Okay, well, Herodotus almost breaks down and he goes, "It's beautiful. It's perfect. She can grow up."
It's a relatively sort of simple room. There's a small cot with raised caged sides, dead center, pictures of eggs, all different coloured pastel eggs,
Oh.
painted around the walls.
Okay.
Reese,
Ooh.
did you do all this for it?
Well, that's weird.
Don't you kink shame him.
I knew that you, my friends, have a lot of fondness for the youngest visitor.
Aww.
So I have arranged a place for it to dwell as it matures.
This is surprisingly sweet of
nursery.
you heartless machine.
Damn it.
I'm gonna walk up to the bed, and open up my fishbowl body, reach into myself, and pull out the ovum, stroking it with my tentacle as I do another telepathy to understand and to try and talk to it and say, you're safe now.
Can I just say how touching the solidarity of you guys is? That I started as a joke calling it the ovum because I couldn't think of a more disgusting thing to call an egg, and then you've just rolled with it. That's incredibly endearing.
It's your child, Evan. We cannot be disrespecting your kid.
No,
all right?
I know.
I feel like calling it the ovum, like I feel like that's like somehow it's like more humanizing than calling it the egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more interesting.
Okay, so I've rolled an 18 on that
But
telepathy.
it's an ovum. It's definitely a creature, whereas an egg could be like an unfertilized chicken egg that people eat for breakfast. Like it.
Yeah. I hear you.
So this is an 18 on.
Just in case. It's a 19 on hacking.
Wow,
so it's a
Jesus
very
Christ,
good
okay.
roll.
Yes, it's totally an exceptional roll.
Can I stroke it while I pass it into Herodotus' hand?
Stroke my egg,
You keep saying stroke it.
dude.
Herodotus,
Yes?
I'm going to pass you the egg, and I'm still touching the egg with my tentacles so that the telepathy is working. while I hand it off to Herodotus to put into the bed. And I'm just going to be saying, "You're with Reese now. And Reese is a very great dragon."
Well, thank you, Dr. Z.
Sort of reaching out. It doesn't really understand the words or even the concepts of other beings other than itself really yet, but it still takes on the sort of the shapes that Dr. Z is projecting into its mind. And although it doesn't really understand them yet, these things are probably going to be pivotal shapes in its mind as it does into the world.
Oh, well then definitely, if I understand that, then I definitely want to project as well the shape of the huge shield that is the bear standing on the side watching over everything, and let the egg know that that shadow is being cast by someone very important.
Oh my god.
Herodotus sort of leans gently against the doctor's metal shoulder and sort of sighs heavily and goes, "You know, darling, this is so special. One might even say it's extraordinary." That's a little bit of dad humor for you there, darling. Yes, darling.
I do a little electronic vault of "this is bad humor."
You darling, I knew there was a spark still between us.
But in addition to being able to sort of relay these calm images, put the egg perhaps back into a sleep, there's also Dr. Z has got a keen understanding that the physical trauma that it's been through is no red. It's certainly not out of the woods in terms of the shock that it's suffering. Some sort of damage, perhaps to the shell or maybe the membrane inside, is recovering. But it's there's a body of the unformed creature is still in shock. Basically, it's
all right. So as I pass it off to Herodotus, I want to let Cleo and Herodotus both know that. So that it's not just information that I have in my head.
Telepathically?
No, I'll say it out loud to Cleo and Herodotus, just a bit cold-like, a bit as a medical report. The ovum appears to have gone through many hard times this past few days, and we'll need time to recover. And we'll hand it off to Herodotus. And seal up my fishbowl, and then I'm going to walk off to the rest of the ship.
Herodotus leans down, tenderly nuzzles his mustachios close to the egg. "You are home."
As all this is happening, there's a shudder beneath you, as there's a very loud sound of an explosion.
Oh,
what?
The compound shaking.
The compound.
Oh shit!
It took me a moment then to remember what was going on.
That's probably Cleo's fucking...
Is Thespa blowing up?
Oh shit, Thespa!
Oh yeah!
Uh-oh. Cleo is just standing over in the corner, like, kind of crying, but, like, being really, like, hiding it.
Like not feeling comfortable sharing her emotions.
Like,
I'm not crying, you're crying!
Like, I'm not even saying anything, I'm just doing that thing where people try to look really busy and they, like, get really brusque.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's
okay, it's nothing, it's okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But yes, what was one shudder and one explosion rather swiftly seems to expand into a chain of explosions.
Right.
And the ground is seriously shaking beneath you as Reese comes over the speakers.
Visitors, I will make a hasty exit, I believe. I have no wish to do damage to my new paint job.
Don't you dare get a scratch on that paint, young Reese.
Reese! Swift retreat, shall we? We must not in any way endanger the ovum.
As the ship takes off from the launch pad, and as you step forward into the cockpit, you see that it's simply been cleaned up, but the chairs have been rearranged. There seems to be one that has been enlarged to bearish proportions. You note that also the blaster turret, the gun turret on that side of the ship, has also been expanded to a more bear-friendly size.
Oh my god!
Across the way, there's a fairly humanoid chair, but it does seem to have a charging port for Dr. Z's suit built in. You can see where Dr. Z had previously cut his way out of the turret. There's now a little mini airlock.
Fuck yes!
For spacewalking friendly units to be able to exit directly from the cockpit.
Fuck yeah.
At the pilot's seat, just to the side of it, is a small nest-like chair.
Is this... Reese, tell me. Is this... for the egg?
The youngest visitor may wish to look out upon our journeys.
Yeah. Good lord. It wasn't for the fact that you are but steel and impulse, I would have said you had a soul.
And perhaps just beaming as the ship takes off and angles its way out. You can see below the entire compound going up in flames.
You must pick up my field gun.
Yes!
Must not forget.
Yes.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Honourable Dilbert died in its use in defence. We cannot just abandon it on the field of glory.
The ship sort of arcing down towards the ravine.
Fuck, that's such good remembering.
Arcing down towards the ravine, you can see behind you the entire compound. It seems as though the one explosion from Cleo's makeshift bomb has set off some other explosions. It seems that all those big, huge cases, which were being used as makeshift tables, might have been filled with something a little bit explosive.
Oh, classic video game idiocy right there. That's...
I had called that an Ursus major mistake. Ha
Wow. We can't be saying that. We can't be. Can't, never did.
Reese is sort of exclaiming, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! As he arcs down, the explosions do seem to be sort of just blowing out closer to you as the whole compound is going up. As he's arcing down and landing heavily on the landing gear, skidding across the desert, the door opening quickly, small bits of rock and debris already beginning to threaten the paint job. You can see the shields of the ship are flexing much more aggressively than normal. It seems as though Reese may have... He's enhanced the sensitivity of the shield and probably diverted an inordinate amount of power towards it as the ship skids into the desert near the site of Dilbert's explosion.
Quickly, visitors, quickly!
Alright, Herodotus hobbles out and goes for the gun.
And I'll rush out and try and grab any spare parts of Dilbert, looking for CPU and memory chips.
No, Dilbert. You did me proud, young squire. You did noble service to your noble liege lord, and upon this field you writ your story in blood. Oh, an ode to the glorious dead, upon the fields of Gargaroth. He starts.
As Dr. Z is hunting through the debris, he finds several pieces of blown apart armoring and circuitry that mans the arms and legs, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of central processing items that have survived the explosion. What Herodotus does find behind the rock, though...
So I pocket them and walk back towards the ship, with my head down, ashamed that I couldn't find more.
But Herodotus finds, sitting, just assembled and patiently sitting there and waiting, the field gun behind the rocky outcropping where Dilbert was hiding. But interestingly, the field gun attached to the sort of the control module where the camera and the remote sensors are all attached. There's a large box, some sort of like foreign electronic that has been hastily welded onto the gun.
What is this? A flummoxing foreign projectile? One cannot have it. I shall have to repair back to the ship and have the computer and the bear tinker around with it. See what's happened. This must have happened during the fight. Maybe one of the blown apart hostiles somehow it does not bear thinking about. Now, back to the ship.
Thank goodness, thank goodness!
As soon as Herodotus gets on board, the door closes, almost, sort of abruptly, vaguely, towards rude even. The door closes quite swiftly as soon as Herodotus is on board, as Reese quickly pilots the dragon out of the explosion range. Not really more than a few seconds too soon as the entire compound finally just blasts itself off. Rocks and bits of building flying everywhere as the dragon safely soars up into sky. And Herodotus's radio goes off, and there's the faint voice of Thespa.
By the hunter. I hope you got out of there, Herodotus.
Oh, my lady. Indeed, we have, we completed our mission with tactful and absolute success, of course. We have retrieved our prize of war, and we are now, repairing away from the battlefield in glory. How did your little task go? We lost track of you.
Thank the hunter. So you got the youngling?
I got my child, yes. Don't you go getting any ideas?
I cannot apologize enough, Herodotus. I was quietly confident that you would manage, but I have been feeling guilty that the child might not make it out.
Yes, well,
You see,
we were all sure on that account. For I was there, leading the charge, putting iron in the bellies of my troops.
Yes, well, look.
Wait, what is that, Evan?
Sorry,
not me.
I had to do it.
when you left, I found my way into their main server room. And I've got all sorts of tidbits of information about what Raskin was doing for the boss. I think I've tracked down their location. What's more, my brood have been moving on them already. I think there's going to be some changes around here.
Yeah, well, very good to hear. You shall have to keep us posted. We have other things to do. He says, trying to make it sound very important when he clearly knows they are off to party.
And as Reese takes off away, fully repaired, the bastards relatively restored, perhaps a quick visit back to the synth district, but that would be a story for another day, as having rescued their young ovum more or less undamaged, and having changed the power balance on Garcia Station, the bastards' sort of quiet, restful shopping experience has, I would say, come to an end.
Yeah. Wow. Bloody hell.
Well,
A lot happened.
that's one word for it. It was rather bloody, wasn't it? Oh, but we had fun, did we not? Slaughter, no slaughter.
Can I just say that I imagine, like, and Cleo, you have to tell me if this is completely wrong, but I do imagine that because I hid behind Cleo, that I imagine Cleo standing in the nursing room, like making sure that her shadow's constantly always covering the ovum.
Yes.
You know, in like a real, like, kind of frantic and confused way, but like, this is important. It has to happen. I have to make sure that keep.
I feel like because Cleo isn't able to, like, emotionally grapple with it entirely, like, but she does know about that telepathic thing that you did. There's, like, this like, weird need to constantly create the shadow as, like, a very primitive way of communicating.
Oh, it's
So
just
it's more than primitive, it's primal, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
if you've
it's
got
like-
a big comforting silhouette, it's
in
be
there.
strange not to have it.
And what more comfort of a silhouette is there other than a fucking giant bear?
It's a teddy bear.
That's true.
Yeah.
Big teddy bear.
No,
Yes.
you big teddy bear.
I also was thinking about this. It is not necessarily related to what just happened, but I always forget that in fan art, Cleo has this, like, stuff, like, hovering around her.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Well, I think it's armor plating. It's just like an extension
future
of your armor. It's your
It's
future
just, like,
futuristic
I
armor.
I never reference it.
Future armor.
Thank you, Dickie.
Yeah,
Okay, on that note,
That was clever. I like
amazing.
it. Oh my God.
I just never, like, talk about them in the game because I have no idea what they are.
I mean, I don't know if they're canonical.
I think what happened is Doodlehound did such a cool drawing of you with those armor plates. I
Yeah.
definitely did it with my drawing.
Yeah, me
because
too.
I saw that he did it, and I thought that they looked really cool.
Yeah, they look cool. I just realized the other day, like, I looked at some fan art, and I realized that I'd forgotten about it, and I was like, what if those are weapons?
Maybe they're armor plates that can sort of pop off and actually become little grenades. I don't know. Like, what do you think Doodlehound envisioned them as?
Maybe.
They kind of look...
I like it.
They look to me as though
I
like
just
they
thought it looked neat.
sort of slot on. Aren't there sort of little bits where they could have like been slotted into prior to taking off, and they sort of like maybe they pop out to like catch blasts and stuff that are going to hit her. Thank you, everyone,
God damn it.
for attending once another, one more, once another, once more, calming and soothing installment of the Backwater Bastards in space.
Oh, yes.
We hope you enjoyed your time. If you've been listening to us at your place of work, we hope your customers and fellow employees have also been having a good time.
Well,
Thank
you've been
you,
doing
Eric.
your fucking work.
If you've been using our soothing voices to help you sleep,
We apologize.
well, then we're going to enter your dreams.
Yes.
we'll never leave.
We shall nestle ourselves there where your earlobe meets your head, and we shall not leave.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, just a scary thing. Imagine that. Imagine that for a minute. It'll do.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that was the Backwater Bastards, everybody. We need to, firstly, before we end the show, quickly address some amazing fan arts that we've been receiving this week. First of all, it's hard to call it a favorite, but it's pretty fucking amazing. We've received a picture of Herodotus cradling the ovum by Max Behrens, and you'll be seeing it on Instagram this week, and it's fucking amazing.
Max, you goddamn hero.
Hero.
Yeah.
Hero.
It's the perfect family portrait.
You
Hero stuff.
you deserve the title Herodotus.
Herodotus the hero.
That's
I never even realized
that's not
this.
something you'd expect to hear.
But I personally love how Herodotus's head is the same egg-shape ovumness as the ovum.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
There's a clear family
Yeah, I was
resemblance.
gonna say.
It's they father and son, or father and daughter, or whatever. Completely, it's beautiful.
Parent and child.
Yes, and not to shy over it. It does not mean that it's any less important. I know you're not going to believe me now that I've said that.
It's like saying, like, I don't have a favorite child, but
But I just said I did.
But I just said I did. But Power Pencil, Mr. Garcia himself,
Ooh, yeah.
who the station is named after,
He's my favorite child.
he has sent us 2 versions of Herodotus.
god dang it.
Both versions that he thinks he sees Herodotus as, and then an angry pose with the bear, Cleo, and a powerful mental mind meld pose of Dr. Zafrey himself. And it's they're all beautiful. In fact, you'll be seeing one of his line works in this album art this week. So
Ooh, yeah.
go and check out the links in
The
Instagram.
mighty power.
He is a
pencil.
beautiful and
Check him.
exceptional human.
Really, really amazing. So if you have fan art for the show, please send it in to backwaterbastards@gmail.com. We love seeing it, and we will blow that shit up.
Like a
Right, Cleo?
Pow! Pow!
Yes.
Wow!
I should
Watch
really
out.
enjoy that. His Cleo, it really looks like she's throwing a milkshake at someone.
Her milkshakes bring the boys to the yard, and they're
blows
like,
them up.
boom.
Blows him
She's
out of the
taking
yard.
down fascists, though, yeah?
Yeah,
This
she's taking down
milkshake,
fashion.
this milkshake destroys fascists. You hear that? Better
Yeah.
watch out.
And
I'm the law in these here parts.
And then on top of that, I know we already said that Max Behrens has done amazing. He also did an amazing shot of Dr. Z running along the spaceship of Reese.
Oh, yeah.
And doing his spacewalk. And
That's true.
it's pretty cool. I've not seen Dr. Z with 4 legs as well, and it looks great. And amazing work.
I don't know if we've ever officially stated how many legs Dr. Z has, but
we haven't. So
I do
Are we
like
talking
this look,
robotic
so
legs
it's,
now, or like tentacly?
We're talking about the one where his booty look real thick, right?
yeah, exactly.
I love that one.
Dr. Bootylicious.
Dr. Booty.
It's brilliant. And for your future listening
Dr.
privilege and
Deadass.
pleasure, you can look
Yes.
forward to, we have upcoming a little adventure with Seth from Cheaper by the Dungeon.
Seth.
and that's coming out next week after
Seth
this
is also
episode.
so
He's a beautiful
beautiful.
person.
It's my birthday!
It's Dickie's birthday. It's our DM Dick's birthday. And so the only way that we thought we could celebrate his birthday was by getting another DM involved and taking over so that Dickie can do some proper carnage himself.
You know what they say? When two DMs love each other very much.
So
Then
enjoy that.
Nobody knows.
It's probably for the best.
And then following that, we even have another episode coming out with Lucas from Ballad of the Seven Dice.
God,
He's taking us on a
damn.
horror adventure. So your next 4 episodes are all going to be, pure
Gold. Just gold.
Yeah. Other DM'd gold. You're going to hear
Always
Dickie
believe
playing
in
as a
your
character,
soul.
and it's going to be great.
Yeah. You'd
Yeah.
better like it, or we will fucking come for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Do you understand? Just pain. We will destroy you.
I'm gonna be
You
so
mother-
upset.
Motherfuckers.
You're never gonna live to see.
And before we go, a huge thank you to our patrons who keep this show going and enabling us to upgrade our gear and our sound so that we sound greater in your ear holes.
Hey, patrons.
Hey, patrons.
Hey, patrons.
So,
You're looking
first
good.
huge shout out to Noodle. Thank you so much,
the mighty
Noodle.
Woodle. Woodle for noodle.
Fernando Garcia. Oh, we've been playing in your station, Garcia. What do you think of that?
You may.
Well.
You can say I like udon because I'm a noodle fan.
I love that too.
We have Marcus Brackelman, the greatest Brackelman. We have Lucas Duff, the Duffman, of course, from Ballad of the Seven Dice, who will be DMing for us in the future. And we have Cheaper by the Dungeon. Thank you so much. Find them, listen to their trailer at the end of the episode. Go check them out. They're amazing. And, of course, I feel like we should probably just do a quick little sing-along for Eric Rhodes. We haven't done one in a while.
Haven't done one for a couple episodes, I think.
Welcome to the
Welcome,
Eric
everybody.
Rhodes sing-along song. Follow the bouncing ball. Y'all know how it works. Come on in.
Yeah.
Just bust into song. Just go straight for it.
Do some Whitney.
Is this Eric Road? Eric Road
Oh, I
fantasy.
want to Eric on somebody.
Caught in a road slide. No,
No
escape from reality.
Oh shit.
Eric, your roads. Road Eric, Eric roads. I'm just an Eric. Nobody roads me. Because I'm Eric, come Eric Rhodes. Little Eric Rhodes, Eric. Anyway, Eric Rhodes. Nothing really matter to me. To me. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes, just fucking Eric. Not to mention you're pretty fucking Rhodes. Alright.
Eric.
Eric, you just Rhodes. Gonna Eric all over these motherfucking roads. Eric Rhodes. Didn't Eric make you cry? If Rhodes not back again this time.
And you can tell, listeners, that the wine is kicking in. And
Are we actually going to do the entirety of the song? Because it's
No.
a 5-minute song.
Let's not do the entirety of the song. I need to edit all of this. This
Okay,
sucks.
but in the future we should keep it as an option
Eric all the roads.
Yeah.
because I kind of want to see how
Look,
much.
I just want. I had a quick one. I just want to throw it out there. See how it landed. I would do anything for Eric, but I won't do Rhodes.
Another one. Eric Rhodes.
Perfect.
Dun, 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 dun. Eric Rhodes. Oh, Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes, one more time.
Was that supposed to be Brittany?
Yeah, my best Brittany.
Okay.
Don't be dissing my Brit. I'm Spears.
Eric Rhodes. Tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Eric Rhodes.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be Eric Rhodes.
All right, Eric. I know you. That's enough for you this week.
Is
all right?
it?
Okay, just get out of here, Eric.
It's never enough.
Eric, hit the roads.
You come back next week and we'll give you some
and
more.
Don't you come back no more.
No. Eric Rhodes.
Eric. And don't you come back
Don't you come back no more. And thank you everyone for listening to another episode of the Backwater Bastards. We shall be next week.
Follow
back.
the bouncing balls.
Follow the bouncing balls. That's the worst Matrix fucking world ever.
The what?
Not follow the white rabbit. Follow the bouncing balls.
See if you dip them into soy sauce if you can taste it.
No, Taylor, do not do that.
What? What's going
Taylor, do
on?
not let this drop. Okay. All right, bye.
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 Oh, it's too much fun.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Hey everybody, you want a new D&D 5th edition podcast to listen to? Well, I know I'm always looking for one, so guess what? I've got a recommendation for you. It's called Cheaper by the Dungeon. It's a Dungeons & Dragons campaign following the adventures of Zippy, Darian, and Normandy as they travel to become the greatest treasure hunters of all time. We've got some hardcore action.
That's
5,
18 damage, 18 damage,
4,
18 damage.
3, you come through with an 18 damage, you're swinging a
Another
buster
swing, another swing. That's another 7, it's 17 damage.
2,
17 damage,
17 damage! Comedy? Great. So you want to bet on your friends? What do you want to bet?
Their very lives, I think. As high as it goes. I'm ready to win today.
Okay. And even some dramatic moments.
You have chosen the path you've sown. Now travel to the depths alone. And with Royce, I grab him and I throw him over the edge.
But most of all, this show is filled to the brim with heart. And we hope that you come and join our adventure and become a cheapskate yourself. You can catch Cheaper by the Dungeon anywhere you get your podcasts. Check us out. Love you!
Alright, yeah, we did it.
More treasure! I gotta find it. It's mine.
Darian, Zippy, that was so good. Wow, I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Are you ready to ramble? And now, join me in my whiskey corner for digressional comparative arguments about the latter works in the Tolkien universe.
Okay, but
No, because that's like you being a god and like inhabiting every person that we have to kill because you put him in front of us. This is your fault, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
tell that to Jesus.
Yeah, I will.
I will.
Jesus, this is your fault.
I have a lot of other stuff I'd like to talk to him about too.
No, like, this is the most ridiculous bit of, like, the Jesus thing. It's just like, if he is God, which is the whole fucking Catholic position, then he sacrificed himself to himself.
To save everyone
What
from
a dick
himself.
move. And
So
it's just
clearly-
like he had enough time to turn the wine people's water.
Yeah. So
like,
what I'm saying
why
is,
couldn't he
this
come
is-
down here for 6 minutes to do like anything?
And help Cleo with her roles.
And couldn't he just, like, be a
So
little
that she wouldn't-
simpler with the whole, like, managing people's behavior thing? Just, like, be nice. More.
No, but I agree with the be nice, but then we get into
No,
the territory
no, just
of
like-
the Eagles should have just carried Frodo.
No. If first and foremost, do you want to get into the fucking eagle question maybe? Because I will destroy
Not with you.
This is not, like, that's not even funny. That's religion. So let's not get into that. But what I'm talking about is fucking silly children's
Now it's
stories.
real religion.
I'll never forget watching Evan at Industry Workshops and somebody asked a Lord of the Ring question and he stopped the whole demo to tell that guy off.
You don't
All
fuck
right,
with that
I've been
shit. That's
rewatching The
important.
Lord of the Rings lately.
Without talking about
tell Evan.
the eagle thing.
No.
What is your comment
Because
for
the-
the dwarves?
first and foremost, they're not
the
fucking
dwarves
minions of
swirly
Gandalfs.
whirlies. The dwarves swirly whirlies.
What?
The things that break the arrows from the elves in the Hobbit movies.
First and foremost, that's fucking the Hobbit. We don't talk about that travesty, okay?
No, that's
not
Jar Jar
funny.
Binks kind of shit.
That's not funny. but the fucking
Okay, but I like the song.
the song is great.
Hmm.
There are
The songs
forgivable
were good.
elements of that design thing, but the fact that they made a
And-
sexy orc, that's fucking forgivable.
Bitch, but Lee Pace,
Who the fuck's Lee Pace?
Thranduil.
Yeah, that's great. I like his armor. They could have kind of
I
themed
would
it around
walk-
like birds and shit.
I would walk over broken glass barefoot for 16 years to just lick the side of his head.
I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with the casting
Sailing
or the
fiend.
design.
He
but
looks so
there was
damn
something
good.
wrong with almost everything else.
I just want
What did
Lee
you just say,
Pace
Dickie?
and Christoph Waltz to be my like harem dads.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can you? Is Willem listening to all of this? Is he like crying in the
he's probably
corner
sitting there
hearing you
nodding
say
his head
this?
sagely, going like, "Yep."
Yep.
He's fucking.
Willem's
He's
just
comfortable
like-
with himself.
Willem's
I mean,
like, that's
the
cool.
best
Get what
thing.
you
What-
want. Eat at the
what did you
buffet,
just say,
bitch.
Dickie? About the designs and the whatnot.
I take my woman to the buffet and let her get what she want.
So I said there's nothing wrong with the casting and design, but there's something wrong with everything else.
Yeah, I'll definitely allow
Dickie.
that.
Oh, I thought we were gonna play games tonight. This is gonna take all fucking evening.
You
I
thought we
have
were
to-
here to fight, but we're here to fight.
Yeah. Okay. just okay. But just sum it up like this: the fact that in the fucking last battle of the Hobbit, you can have problems seeing whether or not it's an elf fighting an orc or an elf fighting a dwarf, and that's purely silhouette design. That's a problem. Let's just agree on that, and I won't go further.
Well, maybe, but I mean
There are trolls with
silhouettes
catapults on their back, Dickie. Don't start with me.
that's awesome design.
No, go eat an egg. Fucking the wargs look angular
Go
dogs.
eat an egg.
I'm angry
well,
now.
Evan, I think slow it down with the insults there, okay? Because that is harsh. We do not tell each other to go eat eggs at this table.
You're right. Especially,
Sorry, Dad.
Especially not in this situation. The ovum. Oh.
I think the
Sensitivity,
phrase
man.
is go suck on an egg anyway, isn't it?
I don't know, Dickie. I
To
don't know.
consume one
I don't
seems
know,
worse.
Dickie. I'm from Norway. We're generally nice. That's important. The Hobbit was awful.
Oh yeah, I mean Martin Freeman was
Great.
genius. As just like cast him as Bilbo. Yeah, like we really should have just dressed him up as a hobbit and had him fucking like talk in front of a camera for 2 hours, and that's our movie.
Yeah, and also just like maybe
then we
not
wouldn't have
design
had
like
Lee
dwarves
Pace.
to look like their Aragorn tribute acts, and maybe like give them all beards, like the one defining fucking feature that all dwarves should have, even the fucking women. I didn't mean to say fucking women as if that was like a derogatory or negative thing, but Jesus, fuck me, Christ, it is. Yeah, how did they fuck that up? Because
None of
Wow,
it
they'd
matters.
all look the same if they all had beards. They'd
Huh?
all look like dwarves.
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah.
They are dwarves. They're supposed to be one unit of people. They're supposed to be like acting as a unit of people. That's the whole point of
Evan,
the
you
dwarves.
were supposed to be so busy looking at Lee Pace that you didn't notice.
Oh, I didn't look at Lee Pace at all. I think he's
Yes,
fine in that movie.
It's
but,
okay. It's cool that you did. I mean,
I don't.
I want to
not
Google
look
Lee
at
Pace now.
I'm sure he's great. I'm not. That's not. That I'm more into well composed and well made movies than Lee Pace.
Lee Pace, the elf.
I don't. Yes,
Lee
Thranduil.
Pace, the elf.
Exactly.
Thranduil.
Yeah.
Okay, but that
wait, so
scene
that's
where
what-
he says,
that's
"Do
what
not
gets your
talk to me of the fire of dragons," and then he shows his gross face.
Yeah,
even that
That's what
turned,
gets you going, Taylor?
even that turned me on.
But the thing is,
Wow.
that scene is very undercut by all the other shit he does.
Where he's fancy.
No, just there's so much. Okay, so that scene calls back the Northern Passage of the Elves, right? When they flee from Valinor back into Middle Earth,
Yeah. Okay.
right? And which, if you evoke that, you evoke all three families of the Eldar, and then they missed out on the point that the Sindar elves are the Morroquendi. You wouldn't call
Yeah.
it's just it's shit like that gets me, because if you're gonna evoke the old Tolkien shit, then you gotta at least get it right, And this idea,
I agree with
this
you.
idea that there was an internal hierarchy, and I know I'm going off now, but the idea that there's an internal hierarchy of class between elves is wrong. There was never that. It was just a family of Feanor because they were crazy fascists, and that's fine because they were elves.
But none of that takes away from Lee Pace.
No, I'm not saying that.
Taylor will not let this
cast.
drop.
It was maybe the best cast of an elf in the entire thing, I think.
I'm just saying, in The Hobbit, everyone was hotter.
Yeah, I know, and that's cool if it's Thranduil, because he's supposed to be a hot piece of ass. But
He was.
But
Thorin was hot too.
Yeah, but Thorin is supposed to be an old, bitter, fucking clever and a figure you look up to, but who has fallen from the crest of his greatness. That's
Yeah,
his
for
character,
sure.
not a whiny 30
I feel like
something
none
who's
of
just
the
I
dwarves were
want to
quite
go home and also I
bulky
want the
enough.
shiny shit.
No, Thorin was too skinny and little and pretty, but he was pretty though.
Oh, but who cares?
They could all have been a bit bulkier.
I like pretty though.
They could have more.
Well, I
bit
mean,
of
if
beard.
it's more like a fanfic though, right? You don't look at it as an actual canon
Movie?
Lee Pace, baby, if you're out there and you still got that wig, let me know. I'll pay money.
Okay, now it's getting not. You don't want to solicit online, dude. It's not.
I'll go to jail
they'll use
for
that as
shit.
evidence, Taylor. They're going to use that as evidence.
Okay. I mean, she says it. She said it. She's willing. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. You can't help the unhelpable. She
But
wants
I
it.
can help Dick understand that it is not the same. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
Wait, how did we get on
Much
this before?
like
Did-
Peter
did-
Jackson, I'm going to take another turn at this.
God, most patient man alive over here. I just love the idea of Tay running up and kind of jumping up, mounting the ship, and then just frantically sticking her hand in the hole, going.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's some band's metal album artwork
Dude,
right there.
You guys said light metal and not a single joke about a shitty metal band. I'm a little disappointed.
Oh no.
Especially from you two. You're supposed to be the fucking the musical know-howers.
Yeah, it kind of just didn't even strike me.
No. Maybe we can do that now. I really want it.
Evan
Overdub
used
it.
up all the brain.
Yeah.
We only have one brain. We all have to share it. Evan was using it at the time.
It was like metal, so it was what? What band was it like then?
No, it was
Light metal?
Because you said it was like metal. It was a material like metal.
Striker.
Light metal.
I did actually say light metal,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so it's a light metal band.
which
so
is of
let's name
course
some.
the polar opposite to black metal, isn't it?
Heavy metal.
Yeah, so let's name some light metal bands like Christian metal. All right, Christian metal.
No,
yeah.
the,
Like
the opposite
Striker.
of black metal is white metal, obviously. So
Man, all metal bands.
You know,
Sorry,
Jerry
bad
Only
joke.
from the Misfits had a Christian metal band called Christ the Conqueror. Christ spelled Kryst. It
Really?
was a Christian barbarian metal band or something. I think.
Oh, that's.
Oh my god.
Ooh, speaking of Christian barbarians,
And that
you guys
wasn't
should
even
listen
his
to the-
first mistake.
Oh, what was his first mistake?
Being Jerry Only.
Oh, that's harsh.
I mean,
That's
surely
fair.
his first mistake was the haircut.
I have no
That's
idea who we're
okay,
talking
yeah.
about.
Okay, and I've found Christ the Conqueror, actually. Here they are.
I'm going to Google this as well.
But
there you go. Thank you.
Speaking of Christian barbarians, you should listen to there's a wonderful, I think it's like a 90-minute long mini documentary by Dan. No, what's his name? Not Dan Carlin, but is it Dan Carlin? Dan Carlin.
I love Dan Carlin. No, he's the historian.
Yeah. Well, he's the very much not historian, as he says himself.
Not historian. He's a fan of history, but doesn't call himself a historian.
But he has one called Thor's Angels, which you should definitely check out. Which is essentially just a summation of how the Catholic Church in the North or in Western Europe.
Oh, this is the podcast episode.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's so good.
So good. It gives you such a good instruction. It's like, oh yeah, this is what the Catholic Church was. It was just like the continuation of the Roman administration taking on the military might of like the Frankish.
There's a bunch of pacifists that just managed to get a bunch of fucking warlike tribes to believe in their god, and then just adopted their sensibilities for war.
Suddenly Jesus has a sword and a spear.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was such a good episode. Yeah.
See, that was a good tangent.
Also, Christ, listen to it just then. I love the logo. Looks great. The lightning bolts in the background were on point. Everything was cool. It could have used some more. People holding broadswords, and other things like that. But it was good. There's no Manowar album art,
dude. Manowar, brothers in metal.
Yeah. Warriors of the World.
Yeah.
He's got that one song called The Defender.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get Jesus ads now.
Oh, Christ the Conqueror. 1 hour.
The person who uploaded that video was very thoughtful because they broke it up into each song, so that's quite nice.
Very nice of them.
Very nice of them. It wasn't like lazy uploading. It was, very considered and concise, and nice.
It's the Christian metal YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you
Christian
expect
metal.
from the Christian music YouTube channel is, well thought out and considered and curated artwork and postings.
Okay.
Interestingly, it's an unreleased album, apparently.
Also, I can't post any of this because we might piss off Christian listeners, and that's not fair. so
fucking bring in Christians. If you can't take shit, you really shouldn't have tortured that many people. Fucking at me.
I
thought you're supposed to be Christ-like, and wasn't Christ the ultimate best at taking shit?
Yeah.
No, but this is why you should listen to the episode that Evan was suggesting,
funny when you
which
think
is
about all the stuff that happened to him.
He was
the episode that Evan said called Thor's Angels. It really breaks down how
really
they managed to turn this pacifist into a warlike god.
Suddenly, a lot of Europeans were like, "Oh no, God will be for war. Jesus loved war.
Yeah.
Jesus will be so for this. Let's go fuck up Constantinople."
Yeah. They're Turkish. It's fine.
No. They're Greek. Like this was way before the Ottoman conquest. This was the reason why the Ottoman conquest was possible in the first place. If you didn't know, read up on the Second through Fourth Crusades. They fuck up Constantinople so much. They literally burned the city during the Third Crusade. They hired a fleet of Venetians to get them into the city so they could burn it. In a crusade where they're going to fight the enemies of Christianity by burning Constantinople. I love it. Oh, Christianity.
Yes. Wait, quickly, Evan, give us another little intro to this ramble.
Oh. It's ramble time with Uncle Evan.
I put a meme in the Backwater Bastards chat.
My friends quoted.
It looks like it's
what
about
my friends
the Hobbit.
quoted on the playground in third grade. How now, hey now, this is what dreams are made of. What I quoted on the playground in third grade. Arise, riders of Theoden. Spear shall be shaken, shield shall be splintered. A sword day, a red day. Ire, the sun rises. Ride down, ride for ruin. Ride for the world is ending. Death for Eardlings. Or in glass. Oh, yeah, that's great.
And you gotta do it with the proper intonation. Arise, riders of Theoden! Spear shall be shaken, shield shall be splintered, a sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Ride now! Ride now! Ride for ruin and the world's ending! Death!
Death! Forth, Erlingas! There you go.
How many speeches like that do you think he heard in his time in the war?
You mean Tolkien?
Like,
or you
what,
mean
Tolkien?
Theoden?
Tolkien, yeah.
Probably a couple.
Like,
I don't think he
Tolkien,
heard
like going
many
over
like
the...
that. I mean, because he
Really?
was a professional. Well, first and foremost, he was only at the front during the Somme, which probably was more like keep your head down and get fucking shot, newbie. We don't need your fucking horses here.
You hope that someone was saying that.
Yeah, you do, but most speech giving, but apart from Churchill, who was apparently famous for that, shocker. But
you don't think like even just the regular like small squadron officer, just like even just over the shoulder wouldn't say like these kind of pretty powerful things in the moment?
Because not outside of movies.
I don't
world,
think so. No, it would have been more like
in the real world.
Yeah, no. I don't
People
believe
don't
so,
do
sir. I know that there was there were a bunch of like little verses that were popular, but not as like not like as a battle cry sort of thing. The poetry was very much post production in World War One.
Oh, I wouldn't even thought poetry. I would have thought just like, let's go fucking kill these motherfuckers.
That's Daniel's poetry.
The British took all poetry out of war by giving officers flutes.
What?
That's what you heard.
That guy's got a flute. Shoot him.
Yeah.
Just like
the wonderful
That's like
moment in Blackadder.
even outside of war.
There's a wonderful moment in Blackadder where they're about to go over the top, and he's just like, "Don't forget your baton, Lieutenant." Yes, I wouldn't want to face a machine gun without it.
The memes are just still coming, apparently.
No, we need to stop this derail because this is all...
I think at this point it's a meme rail.
No. Taylor.
What's he done now?
Taylor, you can't...
Don't tell the elf.
Not a word.
Oh my god.
Taylor.
They just keep coming.
No, Taylor, stop it.
What the fuck? Oh no.
Taylor, stop it. Okay, can we... I don't even know if we can put them on Instagram, can we? That's
Probably
they're kind of
not.
funny.
That's a
Porn.
little bit ableist, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's all like from porn.
I know, but Ricky's right.
I
but
think
anyway,
the fact that it's from porn is not the problem.
yeah. Anyway, please, Ricky, control your team.
Right,
We've got an hour left.
Oh Dan. However, can we just pick up where we left off and just say, of course the Eagles wouldn't have flown them into Mordor. They're nobody's fucking minions. They are a proud, separate race. Like, the only reason why they help out in the end is because Gandalf says it's like, it's now or never. We need your fucking help. But they're protecting the mountains against the goblins who are multiplying. So, of course they're not just gonna fucking go. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, not many people agree with the plan, do they?
No.
No one thinks, oh, no, we're not going to send little halflings into,
And also,
into
if they
Mount
could
Doom
turn,
with a ring.
if the Presence of the Rim could turn fucking Boromir doomy, then what do you think they're gonna do to super proud eagles?
All right, well, look, I'll be the first to admit it. I wasn't thinking, Evan. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was not thinking about the Eagles.
But I never
and
fucking
their...
forget.
Same.
Hey, space trash!
Yeah, you.
You want to be a bastard?
Oh, here's how.
You can support the bastards.
That's us!
And their bastard show on patreon.com/Backwater Bastards. For as little as $2 a month.
Yes, or a price of a fancy piece of fruit.
Hey, yeah!
You can gain instant access to our secret Patreon Discord channel.
Oh, secret privileges.
Special.
Secret privileges. That doesn't sound right, man.
Oops, I mean special privileges.
Who doesn't want that?
And hours of top secret, uncut bastard derail.
Secrets.
That's right, secrets. And
there's merch.
There's merch.
Don't want to spend any cash? You can still help us out.
Leave us an iTunes review so we can climb the charts.
yes, climb those charts. You know how much I want to climb charts.
So send us proof
More than
of your
anything.
iTunes review.
Laminated.
And the 16 that you did on your friends' phones. Get out there. Spread the word.
But at the end of the day, we are glad you're here. And we want to know what you think. So don't forget to join our free Discord.
Hi, I'm Michael Freiberg, the creator of IntroQuest, a new 3D audio adventure podcast. IntroQuest that's 2 words, INTRA, space quest, is out now and available everywhere you listen to podcasts. Now stay tuned for the trailer, and then check out and subscribe to the show.
You must be the civilian mercenaries Ether and Sirius.
I'm Ether, and Big Guy is Sirius.
I'm Logo. I'm here to seek your services for a mission.
iHeartRadio presents IntraQuest, an adventure podcast.
I need to take off my amulet. I have to see for myself what happened. I need to go inside my mind.
You're taking off your amulet?
If I let Umbra in, I might find the truth in the Intra.
Ether, come to me. 3 adventurers face a dark force on their quest to return home.
Winds approaching gale force speed! Sandstorm imminent!
Storm coming! We have to keep going. It's the only way! This looks like the end.
Come to the Intra.
We'll complete the mission and make it home.
It'll be like an adventure.
Last one there, Rocket Moon Pop!
Listen to IntraQuest on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.